Hi everybody, it is me again. So this is about the third time now I've uploaded this video. It's quite an emotional video. It's quite an emotional video. So I was originally going to upload a video tonight about my book of shadows, or one of my book of shadows, and when I was in the bath, I decided, for some reason, I didn't want to, and I wanted to be brave, I guess, and upload a video about the tragedy that's happened this weekend with the terrorist attacks. And I'm not just talking about Paris, by the way. I'm talking about all the countries that have been affected. So you've got Baghdad, you've got Kenya, you've got another country beginning with L. I'm not going to say it because I don't want to offend anyone, and I can't remember how to pronounce it, but it's in the Middle East. You've also got the earthquake that happened in Japan. So this weekend there's been quite a lot of distress and there's been quite a lot of tragedy. And that's not to say that there is always suffering, because there is. But for some reason, I don't know why, I felt really connected this weekend to what's happened, and like the energy vibrations around me have gone completely off the radar. Like I've literally felt like it's been the time of my month. So one minute I'll be like sad, I'll be really happy. Next minute, like the hairs on the back of my arms go up, and I get really chilly, and then I get like really upset. And I'm not saying that the two are linked, but part of me feels like that. And so I decided that I wanted to send some healing. I was watching the news. I live in England, so we have BBC News. BBC News, it says, it says what's on the package. It gives you the news, but it's filtered by the government that we're part of. And let's just say I'm very careful about what I hear on the news. And I know that sometimes, how do I say this? Basically, what you see on BBC News isn't always what's actually going on, and they don't really give you the full facts. I like to read news from other countries and other newspapers and magazines, not just the big ones that are run by the government. So I was sat there watching it, and I decided that there was this one girl that had showed up on the TV, and she was sharing her story of what had happened, and she went into detail about how you, one minute you are dancing and singing with your loved one, and the next minute you are holding that person in your arms because they've been killed. And I just want to apologise, by the way, because like I said, this is quite an emotional video. My intent isn't to upset anybody, but it did hit me harder than I thought it would when I heard that girl talking, and it made it feel a lot more real. I don't know why it didn't feel real in the first place, I don't know, but just listening to that person directly talking about her experience, it just made it suddenly very real for me. So I decided that I was going to try and send some distant healing. I recently, this month, did my level 2 Reiki, and that's one of the things that we learn. I've only really practiced once or twice, I think twice, and that's been with my lovely little grandma. Sounds really patronising when I say little. And yeah, it seems to have worked. I mean, I've not told her because she'd think I'd gone insane, cuckoo. She's completely against my beliefs. She's a massive Catholic. But no, she seemed pretty chirpy on the phone when I spoke to her the next day. So I thought, do you know what, sod it, I'm gonna try it, and I did, and I felt nothing. And afterwards, I felt really, actually, I felt angry. I'm gonna be honest, I felt angry, because I felt like I didn't get the feeling that I wanted, and I didn't get that nice feeling of like you feel like you're doing something to help someone. I just literally felt like I had stared at a TV screen and then focused on this girl and nothing. I didn't feel anything, and it made me really angry, and I ended up getting quite upset. I had a bath and I tried to do it again, and again nothing. So I decided tonight that I was going to upload a video to ask you guys if there's anything that you've done if you've maybe said a little prayer, or if you and your friends have got together and did a ritual or something. I don't know, like anything really. And for some advice, because I kind of feel like I said, although I've been on the path for a few years, I'm brand new when it comes to writing blessings and chants and incantations and things like that. And I wanted to see if anybody had any advice on what to do when you're in a situation where you want to help people and you want to send healing out. I mean, Catholics, Christians, Abrahamic religions, you know, they'd go to church, they'd do the sign of the cross, and they'd say a prayer, and, you know, send it like that. And I guess the question that I'm asking as how can I do that? Because I've tried it and I feel like I haven't done it, and I feel like it's not worked. The other thing I was going to suggest, if there was anybody out there that felt was up to getting together as a group online, just as a one-off, and sending it out together, that would maybe be a lot stronger, got more people involved, more energies involved, more connected. I know that I'm part of a teaching group at the moment, and I've mentioned it to them, and I think there's about 53 people in that group, and a lot of them seem to be up for it. So I'm not going to have it's a Facebook page set up or Google set up. Do you know what I mean? Like, it literally will just be a case of we say what we're going to do, a day that we're going to do it, and then if people want to do it any time of that day, then they can do. As for tonight, what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. So this is my one of my book of shadows, that I will do a proper video on, but for tonight I'm just going to show you this one thing. So I was looking through it and I found this, and it connected to me straight away, and I thought, you know what, before I go to bed I'm going to say this blessing. So I've changed it a little bit. Instead of saying me, and I'm going to change it to them, or them. So it says, bedtime blessing in the still of the night, while the world around me sleeps, may the angels smile upon them, and the Lady bring them peace. Blessings upon everyone. I know that you will care for them and bring them what they need. Instill in me great harmony in thought and word and deed. So mote it be. So tonight, before I go to bed, I'm going to light a candle and I'm going to say that. And I don't know, I thought, well, I'd love to hear what you guys are doing. And also, I guess, if you guys look at this and go, oh, that's nice, I'm going to do that before I go to bed, then it's an idea, isn't it? So I apologise if this video has upset any of you, and I hope every single one of you is safe and okay. And I will talk to you all again soon. Okay, blessings, bye.